Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So in this video we will be discussing about a keyword which is used in Java and is known as the super keyword. So talking about keywords, we have already looked into a this keyword, okay, uh, this keyword which is used, okay, and this keyword is basically used as a reference variable, okay, reference variable, and this reference variable is capable of pointing to the object of the current class, okay, or it will point to the current instance variable, current class instance variable. So object of the current class is basically pointed or referred by this keyword, okay. So this is nothing but a reference variable. To talking about your super keyword, so super keyword is also a reference variable, but it is exclusively used in order to refer, or it refers to the object of the parent class, okay. So super is also a reference, it is also a variable which will be used as a reference, okay. If we're using this keyword, we are actually understanding that we can use this keyword in order to refer to an object of the parent class. So essentially the concept of inheritance comes here in when we are using super keyword, okay, or this particular reference variable. Now suppose I have a class, let's say class A, and here I have included int a is equal to 10. So when I am using this keyword in order to point, or in order to use this as a reference variable, so if I am using this, so this will basically point to the instance variable of the current class, that means of A, okay. Now suppose there is another class B which is been inherited by A, okay. So if it is extending B, then if I am using super keyword, okay, let's say super dot A, okay, so this is basically referring to the object of the B class, okay. So somewhere maybe I have mentioned class B, okay, and within there I might have, there is another instance variable which is int a is equal to 5, okay. So basically if I am using this super keyword, this will be pointing to this particular class's instance variable, okay. So super is used to refer to the parent class instance variable, reference to parent class, and the previous keyword which is this is used to consider the current class instance variable. So it is always used in accordance with the inheritance concept, okay. So if we are looking into a program, okay, let's first discuss about it in a theory based program, and after that I will be showing you with the help of codes as well, okay. So suppose I have a class which is A, and within the body I have mentioned an instance variable which is int a is equal to 10, okay. Now there is another class which is extending A, okay, class B, sorry, here, okay, let me rub this off and then I'll do it so that we do not have confusion, okay. So class B which extends A, okay. Now here also I will be using an instance variable with the same name. Let's say I am having 5 here, okay. So if I am having instance variable 5, I don't need 0 here, I'll simply mention 5, okay. And then after that I have a method here which is void display int a, okay. And within this I will have certain code. Now again, here let us consider that I will also have to write down the main method somewhere here, okay, in this particular class B. So I will just draw an arrow here. Okay, so here I am also using the main method as public static void main and string arguments. Okay, so this is my main method which I have mentioned in the class B. Okay, and now if I am creating a, let's say, a method, I mean an object of B. Okay, so let's say class B, then I have object 1 is equal to new B. Okay, so this is how I create the new object ob1. And now if I am mentioning as ob1 dot display, so I will be calling this particular method. Okay, and I am passing the parameter as 30. So here what happens, suppose I have mentioned here as system dot out dot println as A. Okay, now what will be the output? So here I have created an object of B and I am calling the method using this object of B and passing the argument as 30. So here basically this call will go here and 30 will be captured by A, and since it is getting printed here, so the output that I will get here is 30. Now suppose I have another command here, I mean another statement here, which is saying that this dot A. Okay, so when it is saying this dot A, even though the data which is being passed from the main method is 30, still this when I'm encountering the this keyword, immediately this A will actually point to the current class instance variable, which is 5. So the output which I will be getting here is 5. Okay, now if I am using the super keyword, okay, so system.out.println, and I am using here as the super.a. So even though the call has gone, okay, the call would be going to this particular method, still this particular A would actually be meaning that I am pointing to the parent class instance variable. So this A will basically be pointing to the parent class instance variable, which is 10. So see, using the same method call and the argument value passed, I am able to point to the argument which has been passed, display argument which has been passed, display the current class instance variable value, as well as the parent class instance variable value. So this is the use of the super keyword, and using this super keyword we can do a lot of things. So we have to understand where and how we need to use this super keyword so that we do not end up into a wrong usage of it. Okay, and later on we will also come across different types of other keywords like final, etc., which will help us not to modify different variables, not to call different variables or call different objects of different classes. So that we will be discussing in our next video. Okay, so as of now we have to understand that both of them, this and super, both of them, although they are reference variable, one will be pointing to the current class and the other will be pointing to the parent class. Okay, so this is all for this video. We will look into this with an example. I mean the same example, we will do it in a program and understand it in a better way. Thank you.